Ms. Inez Crutchfield, and the topic is a profile on the public career of Inez Crutchfield. And of course, Ms. Crutchfield, before we had to interrupt you for our first commercial break, you were talking about some of your background and experience information, and we certainly appreciate that. But let's give you an opportunity to finish that and at the same time move into the political career of Inez Crutchfield, because I think that in terms of your politics and your activities, I think that you have quite a reputation as a person being involved in politics. Let's do it from that perspective.
All right, well, just to kind of finish up that which we were discussing, at TSU, as I said, I'd never seen a swimming pool. Well, I'd seen a swimming pool, but I'd never been in one. I had never been on a tennis court. And there were so many things that were available to me there. When I received from Dr. Poe the scholarship to work, it was a work-study program where I would work, and but I would be in the Players Guild. And having had the background where my mother was an English teacher and the literature, and she directed the plays and everything. So I was involved with that at home and immediately kind of went toward that. Now, I became very involved as a student at TSU. Believe it or not, I played basketball and I played on the varsity team. I sang in the choral group or the choir and the concert group under Marie Brooks Strange. And I also, as I said, was with the Players Guild. And that in itself helped me a great deal to meet the public, because you had to do that if you were going. And the other thing that it did, Dr. Polk carried his students to various cities, and he saw to it for the plays, and we competed, and he saw to it that we were involved. And I went to Cincinnati, you know, to Florida, to various places where he had plays that he was competing with other of the black schools. So I was able, that was another plus as far as I was concerned. Meanwhile, my husband is still overseas, as we said then, overseas, and he was in the Army. When he was discharged and he came back, he came back to school also. And I must say this for him. My husband was a very smart man. He came back and he graduated from college 1/4 shy of 3 years. And that meant that every quarter he had to overload, but he did, and graduated with honors. And then we were both hired, because I received my master's at the same time he received his bachelor's degree. We were both hired at Tennessee State to work, and lived on campus, which was a wonderful experience again. And we eventually had children, and my first child was born while I was living on that campus. And all the students knew that Miss Crutchfield was expecting a baby, and all the students, and they were just very gracious about it. They teased me, some of the older ones that I see now, they tease me now about having been there and having done this. But that school has afforded me so much, and it prepared me to do some of the other things that I have done. I cannot tell you how grateful